Who you walk, take your wife talk to about the ball. Let me to the quick how you walk on the ball. Eight drop, eight spot, influential my game. We are back. Eight drop, eight spot. We are back. We got a great today. Eight spot, influential my game. We get a win, we can groove. When the New York Knicks get a win, we can groove. Granted, granted, it was the Memphis Grizzlies. We said yesterday we wouldn't be impressed, excuse me. We wouldn't be impressed by this win, but we got to put this in proper perspective. You gotta pick a struggle. You can't be in the face of saying y'all are on a 2 game win streak, y'all on the slide, y'all not playing well, and then when you win, say no credit for the win. Like we can't do that. Like there has to be a medium somewhere with that. So with that being said, we have to give the proper just due to the New York Knicks for actually beating that G League level of a squad that Memphis assembled last night. I had to say that was, if there's ever a time where an NBA team is just putting out just goulash, that would definitely be a prime example. That squad that Memphis put out there. Like, I don't even understand at this stage. So this is always going to be my issue with pro sports today. There have been less than 6,000 people who, let's just talk about the NBA rather, less than 6,000 people who played in the NBA. With that being said, that means it's a special club. How we ever get to a point on NBA rosters that you have guys that aren't necessarily something that you would want to see in a box office, or they don't play on this level, on the NBA level like that, is like baffling to me, considering the fact that it's so hard, difficult, pause, to get into the NBA. So I would think if you're in the NBA, you would still be a guy that could do something that's worth watching, because the reality is somebody's paying you for people to watch. I digress. I don't get it. But getting to our New York Knicks last night, I don't after we say, all our thank yous and congratulatory things and positive things about the game because we won. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. When you, as a coach and Mike Brown, look at that Memphis Grizzlies roster, if I'm coaching the Knicks, the first thing I'm saying to Carl Anthony Towns is ready to get 90 tonight, because I'm gonna set him up to get 90. I'm just saying. We have no Brunson. There's no reason why he shouldn't get 30 shots in this game, and he doesn't. Don't get it twisted. He had a triple double, impressive. No matter how we look at it, triple double is triple double. I think he should have had 90 this game. He's capable, capable. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. He found his shot. Doesn't matter when you find your shot, just as long as you find it before the playoffs, and he found that. Um, Jose Alvarado. Shout out to Jose, man. Like, we love the fact that he can change the energy of the game. The game can be dead. You put a player like Jose Alvarado in, he can change the energy and sometimes the momentum of a game. Here's the issue. Jose Alvarado is struggling, and I mean struggling tremendously to make open threes. Teams know, leave him open, play the passing lane, and that's it. Because the reality of it is, we leave him open and he hits 2 for 12, we don't care. We know he's not going to take 12 threes, but that's what the teams are saying. We leave him open. He doesn't have the capability to do anything that's going to really impact us to make us lose. So at the end of the day, man, I think that Kolek needs to play more because Kolek is giving you two things. He's giving you playmaking. I'll say three. He's giving you playmaking. He can hit an open three, and he has good hustle too. Now, whether you want to say he's the best defender or not, he's not. We know that. But the reality of it is he puts forth the effort, and I'm with the guy who puts forth the effort rather than the guy who we say this guy's a lockdown and he's getting torched. Which is in Jose Alvarado's scenario. So let's just clear that up. But yeah, Kolek needs to be playing more. Kolek needs to be playing more. He sets the offense better off the bench. I feel like we could have better continuity and stability if Kolek is the point guard off the bench, and then you put Alvarado in spots for Brunson for a breather. Because Brunson doesn't is not out the game a whole lot. So I say you put him in maybe 2 3 minute spots. Uh, I don't think Jose Alvarado should play over 7 minutes a game. And you figure out that how to break that up within 4 quarters. But that shooting is atrocious. We can't have that. Other takeaways. OG Anunoby. I forget sometimes that OG um I don't think Jordan Clarkson got one with the Lakers, but I believe OG Anunoby is our only player currently on the roster uh who has a championship ring. And not only does he have a championship ring, he won it with Kawhi Leonard. Um and why I say why that's key is because if you look at OG from his movement to how he shoots his jump shot, all that, he mirrors or tries to mirror a lot of Jordan Clarkson doesn't have a ring. Thank you. Stat Muse for confirming that. Um he mirrors a lot of Kawhi Leonard's game. We know that's not, the best rendition of, but he neither here nor there. OG is an extremely athletic player, an underrated athletic player. To see him under the basket and see his standstill dunk on bigs, other guards, I don't feel like we use him properly on offense. I think he should be slashing more, getting back screens where he can get that pick and then slash. But I think trying to get OG to dribble from the key to the basket or give him the ball at half and then say make a move and get to the it's too much. His ball handling is not good enough right now where he can do that. He needs to get the ball where it's two, three, four dribbles at most, and then he's in the basket. Because I see anything other than that, the defense collapses on him. He bobbles, fumbles, and all kinds of stuff. We can't have that. Also, need to find out as the point guards that are in the game with him, y'all play practice with him. Y'all watch him shoot arounds. Y'all watch him in games. You got game. Get him the ball where he's effective. Same thing with Bridges. Stop throwing them the ball just anywhere. Give them the ball where they are effective. Bridges, the wing, the corners, not the key. Maybe a little bit further, like the corner, a little bit to the left or right of the corner on each side. Mikal can hit shot. But the wings, the key. Not to say they can't hit them, but they're going to hit more shots in corners. It's just I tried to argue that during the game last night. I'm like, well, OG probably complains that we got him in the corner, boys. OG, I gotta say, bro, you're not really hitting that three all around the court. But all in all, I think in the playoffs, they should be able to keep a defense honest if the defenses are keen on Cat and Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, much needed rest. Glad you got that. Because the team needed to figure out some more chemistry. Josh Hart, Swiss Army knife, leave him alone, fan base and everybody. Just let him live. Like Josh Hart is one of those guys you can't train or teach what he does. He gets in the game, he does a multitude of things that helps a team win. But you can't look at him and say he doesn't do this well, he doesn't do it. Because there's so many things that are don't necessarily show up on a box score that Josh Hart does extremely well. Got to get Mitchell Robinson healthy. He was out last night. I feel like Diawara should be playing more. Mo Diawara should be playing more under control situations where you say, okay, Mo, you get the ball here, score. I need some rebounds. Pick um I need you to set back screens for point guards. I need you to set back screens on the baseline so the big men can get open. I think we should be screening on the free throw lines, extend it more. I think the big men should be doing way more exchanges. So the big men setting picks not only on the guards, but on each other so that essentially you can get more movement and have an opportunity for teams to be confused. We just don't have enough movement on offense to me. You don't have enough things that make teams say, what's the option? What's the play? What are you running? When you are stationary as an offense, it's impossible to create that. So I really do think even watching this game against the G League Grizzlies that we still didn't execute. We just won because we had the better players on the floor. And that's kind of like disappointing because this is an opportunity if you're a coach of certain standards and caliber, you run and try to run your offenses that you've been practicing diligently in practice in these games. You try to see different sets. I never want to see ever want to see Alvarado and Kolick in the game at the same time. What is the point of that? You're grabbing no rebounds. You're not making many shots. The defense is just looking at you like, we're gonna chill. Like, if you keep this up, we don't even have to shower before we go to the club. Like that's what you're doing when you put those two on the floor at the same time. That's horrible. There are lineups that we're putting out there where we're like speed OGs at center. That's not an option. That is not an option. Playing a lineup where you have OG at center and you have somebody like Huck Porty on your bench, dust. Um, what's the kid? McCullough. He's not a center, but he could at least get minutes in this game. Like I said, Diawara. Like we got to use what we do have in terms of depth, length, guys that could possibly be two-way players, players that can give you a little bit more in small stretches, a minute here, 2 minutes here. Like, let's do that kind of coaching, not the well, we got Jalen set for 40 minutes, Cat set for 33 minutes. Jalen's taking 25. Cat's taking 10 shots again. Like that is weak. And that's what I think is going on right now. We need to be oriented to the fact that we know those top two are getting 15, 20 shots a game, a piece, easy. And everybody else gets it in the flow. And then that's all I don't feel like it's that complicated. I think we've really, really complicated this thing. But all in all, still a solid win. We'll take the win as we receive it. Got a dope episode coming up tonight. Be with the partner Jesse Rowe. We're going to be talking about a myriad of things in sports and definitely discuss a little bit with these Knickerbockers, but we will definitely be covering a myriad of things in sports this evening. I think we'll probably go live with it. But it'll definitely be on the channel for our subscribers. We appreciate everybody, man. Y'all have a great day and check y'all later. Crush Mics. Cake.